Welcome to the Badass Breastfeeding Podcast. This is Dianne, your lactation consultant.
And I'm Abby, the Badass Breastfeeder. And today's episode is brought to you by Jesse. He just came into the room. My sweet little puppy just walked in. What a good boy. Sorry. Today's episode is actually brought to you by Simple Wishes. And Simple Wishes Stages Bra is the truly revolutionary bra that transforms into an everyday wire-free regular bra to a nursing bra and then back again. And yes, it lasts through all of those stages. But we will hear more from our sponsor later. For now, you can head to badassbreastfeedingpodcast.com. Check out our sponsor page. If you need anything, see if you can give them any of your business because they make this podcast possible. And while you're there, scroll down and enter your email address, and we will send episodes straight to your inbox every week. And I'm still trying to figure out fun things to send in email because I don't know. We have your email address. I want to send fun things, but I can't think of what to send. I could send you a video of me breaking a board. I broke a board yesterday in my karate workshop. That was fun.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Yes. And also another board that I did not break while punching it. And now my knuckles are really bloody, but that's another story. And I don't know. I'll send something if you want emails. Do people want emails? I don't know. Dianne and I spent 20 minutes talking before we hit record today, and I drank a whole caffeinated coffee. So now I just won't stop talking. And now I'm going to tell you more stuff. We are on Patreon, and we really want to see you over on Patreon because we have a nice little community over there. We have different tiers, and the tiers come into play sometimes depending on different access to different things. But we have weekly wellness checks where everybody in Patreon can ask questions, just vent, just talk about what's going on with them, whether it's breastfeeding related, parenting related, or completely unrelated to any of that. And we just talk with each other, and we have a nice time doing it. So head to the link at the top of the show notes under this episode, wherever you're listening from, and see if any of those tiers look good to you. It is a way to support the podcast. And we're also still hosting our ongoing giveaway for people who leave reviews around the internet or share the podcast with their friends. So you can take a screenshot of your review or take a screenshot of your post where you're sharing it on social media or whatever to others and send it to badassbreastfeedingpodcast@gmail.com along with your address. And we'll send you a goodie bag of thank you for nursing in public cards and some fun stickers. And I think that's all. I think I'm finally done talking. I don't know. I could keep talking.
I think so.
No, but we'll let Dianne talk now because she has our review of the week.
I do, and you're going to love this.
Oh, good.
You're going to have a lot to say. Hi, my son is 2 years old, and he only nurses once a day, if that. I went to the dentist today, and he has cavities. My mom heart is broken. The dentist asked me if he is nursing or still bottle feeding, which I said no, he never used bottles at night. He only nurses in the morning. And I was told I have to stop nursing. I knew there was an episode on this. Thank you. I couldn't believe she was so concerned about my one nursing session that doesn't even always happen. So I'm glad that you found what you needed. You found the episode, obviously.
Bullshit. We need a bullshit
here
button.
We go. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I know. I have these noises up here, but I think when I don't think you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear that.
You can hear it? Can everybody else hear it? We don't need a piano.
There we go.
I don't know. Do you think everybody else?
Yeah.
I don't know. I need a button up here that's like bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So let's tell everybody why that's such bullshit. It is not true.
That's not true. That is, if anything, breast milk is a protective factor against cavities. And my favorite quote is from a breastfeeding. I can't think of his name right now. Dr. Jay Gordon.
Dr. Jay Gordon.
Yes.
Yep.
Dr. Jay Gordon. He is a pediatrician and a breastfeeding advocate. And I saw him speak once, and he said, somebody asked this question in the audience, and he said, we would be a dead branch on the evolutionary tree if human milk rotted human teeth. And that is, I don't know how else you can sum it up. It doesn't make any sense. I think because first of all, dentists have no idea about breast milk, or that's not at all any part of their training. But I think that they do know maybe that it's sugary or that it's sweet and there are sugars in it. And so they think that that is equivalent to like letting a Snickers bar sit on your teeth, which is completely different. And yeah, that's not, no, there's no evidence. The science tells us the complete opposite.
Yeah. And the Academy of Dental Association, or whatever it is the ADA, is supportive of breastfeeding. At least that's what it says, that they are supportive of breastfeeding. So they're not even supposed to be denying you breastfeeding. No, but if you think about it, your baby is like pulling the breast back into the milk is going down their throat. It's not swooshing around your mouth either.
No, so I don't. If you've never seen one of those kind of internal images of the nipple in the baby's mouth, you would be stunned at how far back it is. I mean, it's at the back of, it's at like the top of the throat. The milk is not even in their mouth. So yeah, it does not sit in their mouth like out of, like when you drink out of a bottle. But even breast milk out of a bottle, breast milk just does not have the what's the word? The traits or the
characteristics,
characteristics to cause cavities.
Yeah, there's not any research behind it.
No, formula absolutely.
Yeah,
formula does cause cavities.
Breast and she's got a point where she said that she's only breastfeeding maybe once a day.
Right. Yeah.
So some families are just more prone to cavities than others too.
Yeah. Cavities are genetic. And this is a thing that, I have so many cavities. My dentist is like, you can't have any more cavities. If this tooth has more cavities, we're just going to have to like put a crown in here because I've had cavities filled my entire life. My teeth are just terrible. And my husband never has had a cavity. And it's just a genetic thing. Don't let them guilt you into thinking that you're causing these things to go on with your baby. It's just at first, and be quiet. Be quiet and just fill the cavity. And treat I don't need your recommendations on like my lifestyle. And like my dentists do this too. They're like, they do this to my kids. Don't eat that candy. You go, no candy, none of that, whatever. And my kids are like, oh my God, I can't have any, like, Jack likes Sour Patch Kids. He's like, I can't have Sour Patch Kids anymore. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, you can have Sour Patch Kids. Maybe don't have Sour Patch Kids 3 times a day, every day. But you can have Sour Patch Kids. And, you can brush your teeth and it's going to be fine. And it's not her job is to like see what's going on in your mouth and to fix it.
Not tell you that breastfeeding is causing it, because that's a terrible thing to say.
If you go to the emergency room with a broken ankle, they don't lecture you on what you were doing. Well, you shouldn't have run down the stairs. You shouldn't have done that. Don't run down the stairs. You might trip and break your ankle like you did. No, they're like, oh, here. Let's fix your ankle. Sorry that happened. But they might not say that. But I mean, they're just going to fix the problem.
Right. And that's what they're supposed to do at the dentist.
Yeah.
Fix the problem, not lecture you on breastfeeding.
Yeah, smile
they
and
don't
nod.
know anything about. Mm-hmm.
That's my method with doctors. Smile and nod. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. But don't worry about it. I don't want you to feel like you need to wean your 2-year-old off of his one feeding a day over this. Especially, and the other thing is it was morning. Usually they say at night. This is a morning feed.
I know. That's the other thing. They're always like talking about night. Like, what? Is there something particularly nasty about breast milk at night? Like, why is it at night and not during the day?
Yeah.
Or why is it during the day and not at night? Like, is it different?
I always thought it was because it sits on the teeth longer overnight, whereas during the day they're drinking water or, like other things where it would wash it away.
But I mean, if your
teeth, I don't know. I don't know.
But a baby doesn't have anything besides breast milk.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh, well, don't, and they're taking a nap during the day, but that doesn't seem to be. Or they're like, take a washcloth and clean their teeth after every feeding.
Yeah. No, I've heard that too.
Don't. I mean, I would never do that.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary. And oh my God, what a pain in the butt. And the baby loves that. They're like, yeah, please stick that washcloth in my mouth.
I know. No, thank you. Especially during the nighttime. Yeah. When they've gone back to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, these people, I swear.
Yeah. So thank you for sending that in for us so that we could discuss that again, because it does need to be brought up every now and again.
It does. It really does. That's such a good question, piece of misinformation that will not die.
I know. It definitely just will never go away. But yeah, that's a good one. So thank you so much for that. And I recognize the name on the thing. So I think that was her second time writing into us with a review. So yeah, so that's super cool.
Yeah, and if your review is like a little bit old, you can leave another review.
I know. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll send you another goodie bag.
Absolutely. And if you want stuff, if you're listening and you're like, somebody did this recently. They were like, I can't remember who it was. I feel like it was somebody in maybe one of our Patreon friends. But they were like, can I have more of those cards or more of those stickers? And we were like, yeah. And we just sent it to her. Like, you just have to ask. Like, you listen to our podcast. You're special friends of ours. So you can just, if you've already left a review and you need more, just let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
We love you. You're spreading that around. That's what helps get the podcast out into the world.
Yeah. But today we're talking about vitamin D, which is something we haven't talked about in a while. Vitamin D, and we'll probably touch on iron and zinc too, because those are always the ones that come up. But vitamin D especially, we should have talked about this like in the summer. And which I don't know why. Like, I would think maybe it's better in the winter because we're getting less vitamin D in the winter, at least where Abby and I are. For some people, it depends on where you are in the world. Mm-hmm. I don't know when your summer is. It's opposite us, or where you're
in the southern hemisphere. It's the opposite of us.
Southern hemisphere, and you just have places, even in the States, that are sunny all year round. So you're getting that vitamin D. But vitamin D is important for babies. And what comes up is that people say, oh, there's no vitamin D in your breast milk. You have to take vitamin D for your baby. You have to give your baby vitamin D because there's no vitamin D in your breast milk. That's always what is said.
Yeah.
And that is not correct. There is vitamin D in your breast milk. However, we're all deficient in vitamin D for the most part because we don't think about taking it. And when we take it, a lot of people will take a multivitamin, and they don't take separate D, and the multivitamin just isn't enough, especially if you live in a place where you don't see the sun all the time. Yeah. So there is vitamin D in your breast milk, but it's probably not enough for you and the baby. That's the problem. It's not a problem of your breast milk. And that always bothers me so much that people will say, oh, but there's no, your breast milk's deficient in vitamin D. I hate that. Like, your breast milk's not deficient in anything.
In anything. That's like literally not a thing that goes on with breast milk. Breast milk is made by your body. Like, it's biologically, intuitively designed. It's not messed up.
No, it's not. But if you don't have enough in your system for you, then you're not going to have enough for your baby. And vitamin D is really important for you for like many reasons. It keeps you healthy. It keeps your mood stable. There's so many things it does for you that it's important that you have it. And we don't think to take it. Like, until I don't think I ever even heard of it until I was like really an adult.
Absolutely.
Like, way into adulthood.
Yeah, me too. And I was just like scrolling through my phone this morning, waiting for that extra hour because the time changed, and still managing to be like late. But I was scrolling through and I was reading. Now, listen, this is the internet, so you have to be careful of what you, and I haven't researched this because it was literally an hour ago that I saw it. It was something about like vitamin D, and it linked to breast cancer and like deficient, like being deficient in vitamin D, and something. It was, the post was about dense breast tissue, and it was this person talking about like protective factors with like, breast cancer. And she was saying like, get your vitamin D levels checked and make sure that you have enough vitamin D. So I haven't researched that and I have no idea, but it's something interesting to look into. And you can also very easily get your vitamin D checked. If you ask your doctor, like, I want my vitamin D levels checked, they can do that with your like routine blood draw.
Yeah.
They can see the levels and if you're like within a good range.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. But like, I remember getting mine tested once and it was like negligible. It was like super low. And it's like, well, why wouldn't it have been? I live in a place where we don't see the sun half the year and I wasn't taking anything.
Right.
So how is it going to be high? It's not going to be. So now I take vitamin D and I do get into the sun which also is a bad thing, supposedly, too, to not get any sunshine.
Yeah. Everything's bad for you.
Everything's bad for you. So you have to like decide what bad thing you want. My bad thing that I want is the sun during the summer. That's my bad thing. I want to be in the sun. But
me too.
But your breast milk, which is kind of cool, is the more vitamin D you take, the more it is in your breast milk. So they did some research about this, and they determined that if a mother wanted to give her baby vitamin D through breast milk only, that mother would have to take 6,400 IUs of vitamin D, and that would be enough for both her and her infant. Now, if you don't want to do that, then it is recommended that you give to your infant vitamin D drops when they're babies. And then as they start to, eat, they're getting it in their food and stuff like that, you should still give them vitamin D. But it is important that they get it. And that's because of things like rickets and, which rickets was making a comeback, I guess. Which is why all of a sudden people were like, because when my kids were little, nobody talked about vitamin D. They never talked about vitamin D when my babies were little.
No, well, I would have to say when mine, I remember that being a thing, but mine are younger.
Yeah, yours are younger than mine. So I think it just came out. It's just something more in the last like 15, 20 years, probably.
Yep.
And they never, my kids never got it and I didn't have it and, they're surviving, but it is something that they should have. So you should be giving it to your babies in some way, shape or form, especially in the winter months when you're not seeing the sun, and either through your breast milk with 6,400 IUs if you're not taking anything. If you're taking just a prenatal vitamin, that's not enough. like, or any kind of just multivitamin. That is not enough for you to have. So you want to, or like Abby said, get your levels checked. And that's an easy way to know, like, okay, where is my vitamin D status? And it's definitely important to have in your system, for sure.
Yeah.
We should probably take a break.
Definitely. Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
We'll be right back. Today's episode is brought to you by Simple Wishes. Simple Wishes is a small business in California owned by a woman and badass breastfeeder. Dianne and I had a chance to preview their Stages bra and tank from the new Seamless collection, along with other items that they have. And the bra and the tank is truly revolutionary. The Simple Wishes Stages bra transforms from an everyday wire-free regular bra to a nursing bra and then back again. And this truly unique design that is genuinely better for your wallet and the planet. I have so many bras that I hate with a passion. I've bought so many. Those shelf bras, I used to live in those shelf bras and nursing bras and every bra that I could possibly buy and eventually return. And I still do this to this day. I'm so sick of all these bras. They're unsupportive and they're uncomfortable and they don't last. And I am very impressed with the Simple Wishes Stages bra. It is patent protected design. It's one bra that transitions with you through every stage. Simple Wishes has invested 2 years in developing this bra to bring it to you. And those tariffs that they needed to need to pay threw them for a loop for the past, I don't know what, year or so.
Yeah.
But this bra is finally here, and Dianne and I have both sampled it. And Joy, the owner, along with her sister, remain committed to offering high-quality garments at an affordable price, which is why if you go to simplewishes.com at Simple Wishes and use code BADASS, you will get 50% off of your order of the Simple Wishes Seamless collection, as well as all the other nursing stuff that they have there. You can check out the website because the discount is badass. Did I say the code BADASS? Mm-hmm. Use code BADASS. Simplewishes.com. And you can head to the show notes wherever you're listening from for the link and the code, or you can head to badassbreastfeedingpodcast.com. Check out our sponsor page there. You'll also find all of our other episodes, our favorite resources, and information about scheduling your very own one-on-one online lactation consultation with Dianne.
Yeah. So the other thing is that always comes up with vitamin D is iron. Mm-hmm. And should you give your baby iron? Now, it's so your breast milk is so cool because, and your body is so cool that your baby is like created so that your baby doesn't need iron for the first 4 to 6 months of their life. They have enough, not that they don't need iron. That's not really a correct way to say it. They don't need iron from you for the first 4 to 6 months of their life because mm-hmm. they're getting it through they got it through the placenta, and what they're getting in your milk is enough for that to carry them through the first 4 to 6 months of their life. And then you're supposed to be starting solids around 6 months. So then they start getting iron through food. Mm-hmm. The iron in your milk does start to decrease as the baby gets older. However, and this is a really important part of it, the iron that is in your body, or the iron that's in your milk that goes to your baby, is bioavailable, which means that their body is absorbing it better than they're going to absorb outside iron. So even though the iron in your milk is low, it's still worthwhile for them because they're going to absorb it better than they're going to absorb anything else. Mm-hmm. So it's still really good for them. Now, some situations come up where you might have to give your baby iron, and that is like if it's a preterm infant, they might need iron depending on what their, your doctor says or whatever, because preterm babies have a different setup. But we're talking about like your healthy full-term babies here. And that is telling us that you don't need to give them additional iron for the first 4 to 6 months of their life. Regardless of what anybody tells you, you don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're eating food. And you can start them on, you don't have to. A lot of times people say that they want you to start babies on cereal. And we haven't done an episode on solid foods in a while. But you don't have to start with cereal.
You don't ever have to give cereal.
No, you don't. If you don't want to give cereal, you don't have to give cereal. It is added iron, but you can start with things like meats. You can start and giving them, chicken and things like that are higher in iron, and just give it to them through their food. And that's totally fine. You don't have to do anything else other than that. So that is vitamin D and iron. Now, zinc is something that also kind of comes up here and there that people talk about. So it's always kind of thrown in: vitamin D, iron, zinc. What do we need? What does the baby need? It's not really, they've done like studies and all that kind of stuff about it. And there's only like very few babies that have ever needed to have like zinc, like extra zinc. So zinc, and I'm reading from the ABM protocol, the Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine protocol. And it says zinc supplementation above dietary intake to the lactating mother or breastfeeding infant is not associated with improved outcomes and therefore is not recommended. So you don't need to do extra zinc in your diet for your baby because they're getting what they need through your breast milk. And what it says about iron supplementation is not recommended for the non-anemic breastfeeding mother. Iron supplementation to the 4-month-old full-term exclusive breastfed infant is associated with improved hematologic indices. However, the long-term benefit of improved hematologic indices of 4 to 6 months is not known. There are potential harms of iron supplementation, especially on immune function and in possibly decreasing the bioavailability of iron contained in human milk. So what they're saying here is if you give too much outside iron, that could take away from the bioavailability in your milk.
Oh, yeah. And that's a good point. I mean, you don't want to be just giving vitamins willy-nilly.
Yeah.
That's
and it says here, it's not safe in some situations. Not. And here it says, in addition, there is a potential harm in infant growth and morbidity when iron supplementation is provided to iron-sufficient infants. If iron supplementation is given before 6 months, it should be given as 1 milligram a day distinct iron supplement until iron-fortified cereals or other iron-rich foods such as meat, tofu, beans, and the like are initiated at 6 months of age with other complementary foods.
Mm-hmm.
So you shouldn't be just, like Abby said, you shouldn't be just willy-nilly handing out these supplements to your baby. It's,
or to yourself. This is like why getting a blood draw is really important. And they do, our pediatrician, or actually our old pediatrician, not all pediatricians do it, but our old pediatrician always did a blood draw at 6 months just to see, kind of what was going on.
That's a good idea.
Or maybe a year. I don't remember. 6 months sounds kind of early, but whatever it was, he just wanted to check.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. And it was a good idea.
Yeah. And that is really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then and it really is not hard to do. Like, it's just a blood draw.
Yeah. I mean, they don't like it, but it's a second. It's 1 second.
Yeah. And it could really help. I don't know of any. God, I don't think anybody's ever told me that their baby was tested at 6 months just to be sure.
Yeah.
So I love that your pediatrician did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was great. He died. It was terrible.
Oh, man.
I know.
And then what it says about vitamin D is the breastfeeding infant should receive vitamin D supplementation shortly after birth in doses of 400 to 800 IUs a day. We usually do 400 for babies. That's usually what I've always seen is 400 for babies. This supplement should be I don't know. There's some weird word here that I can't even say. Cholecalciferol, vitamin D3, because of the superior absorption unless a vegetable source such as egocalciferol, vitamin D2 is desired. Randomized trials demonstrate that safe vitamin D supplementation may be provided to a nursing mother to achieve healthy vitamin D status in her breastfeeding infant when there is objection or contraindication to direct infant supplementation. A maternal dose of 6,400 IUs a day is suggested. So that is, and you can do I would do what I used to suggest to my parents, like when I worked in the pediatrician's office, is there is something called just like a D drop, where it's literally a drop. There are some drops that are got like colors and fillers and stuff like that in it. And you don't need to give all that to your baby. Just give them a single drop of D and that's it. And you can put it right on your nipple if you wanted to. You can put it on your finger or on a pacifier or something and give it to them.
That's what we always use, the Carlsons. It's called Carlsons. And it's just like a little drop in, some sort of oil, I think, because you always want to take vitamin D it's like fat soluble something. And it's just in the little dropper. And I think it's for babies or kids or whatever. But if you want to look for that, Carlson's, we always use that.
Yeah, or just D drops was the other one that we liked a lot. But yeah, you can definitely get it and start giving it to your baby if you haven't yet, especially if you're in a situation where you're not in the sun. And I keep saying that, but it's because we get D from the sun.
Right.
And that is, that can carry you for a little while. If you're in the sun a lot in the summer, then it can carry you for a little bit. And then also, during the winter, you need it.
Yeah. But I mean, also when, if you live in, I don't know, Texas, and you're in shorts and a t-shirt and you're out in the sun full body every day for, I don't know, what is it supposed to be, 20 minutes or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you're probably good. But if you live where I live in Illinois and Diane lives in New York, where it might be sunny in November and you're oh, I'm out in the sun, but you have a coat on and long pants and you're not getting it. You're still not getting it enough. So yeah, I can't recommend a blood test enough because it's very eye-opening.
So a lot of
I thought everything was fine, but you're low.
Yeah. And people really do ask a lot oh, my pediatrician said I should be giving vitamin D to the baby. Do I need to do that? I mean, the answer is your baby does need it. It is in your breast milk, but it's likely that you're deficient and it's not enough in your breast milk. So doing it, giving yourself some additional vitamin D is going to help as well. So so that's about the size of it.
Awesome. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.